Shalom, giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth that we well. Shalom to the elect, scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kodash Paya, and this is a screen somebody was recording, right, on the TV, the news over there, and I believe in Arkansas, right, where they was giving tips for this up and coming eclipse that's coming on April, which is uh about a month and change from now, right? And they saying that this might be the last one until 2044, which we're not going that far. But it's all spiritual because every time there was eclipses, solar eclipses, moon turning red, things of that nature, even in the ancient times, they knew something was coming, right? It's like a form of a warning, and it's prophetic written in the scriptures. So they give the tips, and it says schedule errands and appointments early. Have communication plan with family, friends. Have cash on hand in case of limited internet access. And we know what's been going on with, that situation, the grid and everything, with the phone connections, with, so-called cyber attacks. Buy necessary groceries and gas, right? Why? Is there going to be, an event? We'll see. Expect heavy traffic and long lines for local services. So, real quick, before I even get into some of that article, this one is from Ohio. I got another article as well over here, right? But I want to get the scripture real quick. This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 21, verse 11. Let's start at verse 9. It says, and this is in red letters, Yahweh Shai speaking, right? But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. So we're hearing of wars and commotions, That was one of my last lessons I did on, the visions of World War III of the prophets, right? What they seen in the latter days which we're in. It says, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, which we see that intensifying, different so-called natural disasters, so to speak. And famines and pestilences, right? And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. All right, so one of those signs is the solar eclipse, and these they come, in certain times, certain months, certain years for a reason. The moon is like the Lord's clock. You know what I mean? You know what month, what season you in through the phases. But let's get real quick, because this is, from what I'm hearing, the first time they giving people advices like this. So it says right, so it says here, backup plans have backup plans if staff is delayed due to traffic, right? People going to travel to see it. Employee preparedness, encourage employees to have a full tank of gas, have their own resources ready at home, adjust schedules for anticipated peak traffic times, communications, anticipate possible cellular connectivity issues due to the increased demand. right? Regular scheduled deliveries. Evaluate when you receive your regular deliveries. We highly encourage businesses to consider rescheduling deliveries before Friday, April 5th or Tuesday, April 9th. Cash financial transactions. Be prepared for uh, cash transactions. You may have large than normal deposits over the weekend, right? It says schedule errands and appointments 2-3 days prior to the eclipse. This includes grocery shopping, dentist, doctor appointments, picking up prescriptions, and banking and banking necessities. Right? You may ask yourself, what does all this got to do with seeing the eclipse? Well, what? It says strange things surrounding the eclipse. We just read the scripture where it spoke about what strange these are fearful sights and great signs. Right? It's gonna be strange to people, because they're not see, these elites, they also deal with you know um like the summer equinox and spring equinox and the shit like that. They deal with things on the left hand side with the moon, and when they want to usher in certain things, everything is all timing. I even know the Lord is controlling them anyway, right? To do these things, because He's the one that warned us about it. Now, is there gonna be something big on that day? That remains to be seen. But regardless, these prophecies will come to pass, right? And for this to be, public in the news, to tell people to prepare, get ready. They show you that in movies, predictive programming. People record going into Walmarts. You got first aid kit. Why you need a first aid kit? To see that? Well, they obviously know something that the majority of people don't. It really is to prepare your mind for prophecy. Because see, people don't understand why these things are gonna come. It's gonna catch them off guard. Why is there famine? Why is there pestilence? Why is there shortages all of a sudden? Why there's no meds? Why you can't travel from state to state? Why? This is why the Lord said, what? Watch and pray. Also, be not Ecclesiasticus, known as Sirach, tells you, be not ignorant of anything great or small. Alright, it says, Salakia, check your individual family emergency response plans. Develop a communication plan with family and friends just in case you lose or have limited cellular service. If you only have cellular phones, find out which of your neighbors have a landline number in case you need to call 911 for an emergency. Oh boy. It says, consider filling up your gas tank a few days prior to the event to avoid possible long lines or fuel shortages. So with that, let's get another script. Let's read on. Let's go down to verse 25. St. Luke 21 verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. And you see how different cities, are being overflooded through these different storms, signs in the skies, people seeing lights flickering here and there, strange signs, which really, most of the time, that's the chariots, the angels of the Lord, signs in the moon and in the sun, right? men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Alright? And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. That'll be after all these things come to pass. And this is, you got a couple articles going into it. What to expect: increased tourist visitors, increased traffic, maximum capacity hotels, decreased quality of cellular service, delays in supply chains and deliveries. Schedule errands and appointments 2-3 days before the eclipse. Fill up gas tanks. Stock up groceries. No local businesses service hours, as they might be closed early during the eclipse. So yeah, you got a couple articles on that. That one was in Texas. Right? The mayor tells residents to prepare supplies ahead of the eclipse. So we'll hey, watch and pray. That's all I can really say, honestly. Right? But anyway, with that, till next time, I'm gonna say shalom.